Welcome to the Success with Jewelry podcast, where we invite you inside our conversations about business success and marketing for jewelry designers and entrepreneurs.
We're Liz and Laryssa, jewelry marketing experts with a combined 16 years of experience in jewelry marketing and proven track records in helping jewelry brands meet their goals. When you listen to or watch this podcast, you get an intimate and exclusive peek behind the curtain of all the things you wish you could know about earning success in this industry.
Welcome to episode 14. In this episode, we'll be talking about our favorite time-saving tools and platforms. So we'll be covering why it's important to embrace marketing tools and how they can help you, what are some of our personal favorite time-saving tools and platforms, and how to choose which ones to adopt for your business. We also want to tell you about our insider community. When you join for only $20 a month, you'll have access to extended episodes full of tips that you can start implementing today and further resources about each topic we discuss. To get access to that exclusive content, sign up by visiting successwithjewelry.com. Hey Liz, let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get into this topic. I feel like you are a really organized person and you have a lot of tools that you use.
Well, thank you. I like to also think I'm organized, but it's just because I have the tools to help me stay organized. It's not rocket science at all.
You're like the queen of follow-ups. You're always on top of things.
AKA the queen of bugging people.
It's not an easy skill. So why is it important to embrace these tools and how they can help you?
You will save time, become a more efficient business owner, streamline your business processes, get better at things maybe you're not so great at doing, help you delegate tasks to other people who work with you, and just stay on schedule. Those are just a few of the benefits.
I am one of those people who's resistant to tools and resistant to kind of like to-do lists and like anything that will kind of keep you organized. I think it's like my creative side of my brain that's just like resistant to it. But what I've learned in 7 years of business working for myself is that they do help, and trying them and putting energy into kind of finding ones that work for you will actually make your day-to-day tasks so much easier.
And the good news is that if they aren't already free, and some of the tools we'll be talking about are free or have a free plan, almost all of them have free trials. So we encourage you to try them and see if they work for you. And ultimately, the tool that's the best for you is the one that you're going to use. So keep that in mind. Just because we say it's good, it doesn't matter if you're not going to use it.
That's so true. So we have a lot to say about the tools that we love. So let's get into it. Laryssa, tell us about one of your favorite tools.
So I love Later. Later is a social media planning and analytics tool. I just think it's one of the most like robust and up-to-date ones. I feel like the people who run Later are really invested in making sure that they're always on top of the best practices. They are introducing new features, evolving the platform based on what Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest are doing. And I love seeing that there's always new things happening. But my personal favorite thing about Later is they have really great analytics. You have to pay for a certain subscription level to get access to it, but it will unlock data that you are not going to get just from looking at like the Instagram analytics or the Facebook analytics. And it also saves data back in time as well, which you cannot get from Instagram, which I think only goes back like 90 days or something, which is personally, I think is ridiculous, but that's another topic.
I get this question all the time of like, what social media planning application can I use or should I be using? And to your point earlier, Laryssa, it is the one that you're actually going to use. But Later is the number one I recommend just because it works so well with Instagram and Instagram likes it. So that's always a good thing. You don't want to be forcing to Instagram to work with a tool that they don't like because it could affect things for you. So I think Later is a really good one. If you're looking for a secondary option, Planoly is one that I often recommend. But Later is such a good tool if you're looking to kind of save time or really have your posts scheduled out so that you don't have to, get on the app and post.
Yeah, and there's another one you like, Liz, that helps you like visually organize your content,
Yes.
right?
So if you're looking at tools to kind of like plan your content, which I love doing, Unum is one that I usually recommend. UNUM is how you spell it. And there's a free version. And I simply use it to upload my photos and move them around so that I can show the grid to the clients I'm working with so they can see what I have planned coming up visually. So I find that to be a really good one. And then if you're looking for more support on creating visuals for social media and Instagram, I really recommend Unfold, which again has a free version that you can use, and it creates really professional collage style Instagram stories and Instagram posts. So if you're looking for help with that, I really recommend that app too.
And if you need help also making graphics for social media or for anything in your business, Canva is an awesome tool that has a free version and a paid version. And I used to be a snob about Canva because I was like all about Adobe products. And then I started using it and realized how easy it was. And I was like, this is pretty good.
Yeah, and Canva, you can use it. There's free templates to make line sheets. So if that's something that's you're hung up on in your business, that you're unable to like put all of your one of a kinds and update your line sheet frequently, use Canva. It is so easy to use.
So I know, Liz, both you and I are fangirls of everything Google, all the Google products. Do you want to talk a little bit about what you love about the Google
I
products?
love Google. And even though I have an iPhone, I mean, we could go all Google and get the Google phone or whatever. I don't know if that's still a thing. But anyway, sidetracking there. Google is so good. I love Sheets. I love Slides. I love Docs. Docs is probably what I use the most. I love Google Calendar. I think it all is really helpful for me because I don't do as well with apps that are more nuanced and more specific to use. I do really well with kind of free form, like Google Doc, making my to-do list. But what I love about it the most is the fact that you can share and collaborate. It's so easy to let somebody edit it or get comments and work with somebody. I think all of the Google products are so good.
Yes. And also Google Analytics, which is a free tool that you can connect to your website. And it gives you so much visibility into your website performance, more than you will get with the Shopify data or the Wix data. And also, it's important to kind of install it right away or as soon as when you hear this episode, if you don't already have it. Because if you do decide in the future to hire a marketing employee or to work with a marketing contractor, their most important tool in their arsenal is going to be Google Analytics. And unfortunately, it doesn't store historic data before when you set it up. So you want to kind of have that already, have the past data for whoever is helping you. So I think you're not paying for it, connect it, have it there. It's really an important tool.
So important because a lot of the just within Shopify, within Wix and different platforms that you use, the analytics there are not very good. Google Analytics shows you everything. So it's really important to have. Another tool that I really love for my business is called Calendly. It's great for scheduling appointments. I use it for my consulting calls. Then you don't have to have that back and forth email of I'm free at 1:30. Are you free then? And go back and forth. Somebody can just choose a time that you've blocked out on your calendar as available and set something up. And I think this is great for designers to use if you're looking to do private consultations about custom projects, or if you're setting up private shopping appointments, things like that. Having that as an option on your website is such a great way to invite your clients to connect with you.
Yes, I also love Calendly, and I love that it super easily integrates with Google Calendar, as well as another tool we both love, Zoom, which both of us use very frequently. What do you like about Zoom?
I love that everybody uses it now, and it's not like even my parents, I could send them a Zoom link and they'd understand how to use it. But I've also had great success with during the pandemic doing private shopping events with clients whose clientele is older and they use Zoom with ease. And I think that that's a great option with it. You can record things. I use it sometimes to record YouTube content. Maybe that's not exactly what Zoom was made for, but sometimes I use it for that. And then it's just great for private consultations, doing webinars. It's just easy to use and it's just a great tool.
So for project management, which I think is a really important part of like managing your business, making sure you're staying on track with your goals, making sure you're staying super organized. I think although you could have like a physical checklist, which I also do have, or just write things in like a Google Doc, which is also great. If you're collaborating with others, or even if you want just one other like accountability tool to make sure you're staying on track, Asana is an awesome project management tool. There are others like Trello, Monday.com. There are a few different ones that you can try, but it's a way to really like plan out deadlines, or if you know that you have a launch or a promo coming, to like be able to work back from that so you can really plot the dates that you need to plot. I think it's especially helpful with clients that I'm supporting with email marketing. And the more frequently you do email marketing, the more important something like that becomes, because it could just get so out of control managing assets, the copywriting, any promos that need to be included, the products you need to include in the emails. There are just so many moving parts. And there's also, just for one email to go out, there are different like milestones, like setting up the email, sending a test, scheduling it to send, maybe checking in with it afterward to see like how it performed. And so putting all those dates in a project management tool can help you make it work the best for you.
I was just thinking about, I worked at an agency before I got into the industry ages and ages ago. And there was a real project manager who, rather than getting a little alert email, would actually walk to your desk and be like, where are you at on this? Today's the due date. Anyway, maybe that's why I'm resistant to Asana, but it's a great tool. I've used it for some of my clients, but it's not my favorite. Yes, you would be so good at that. It's hard though, especially when you're working with creatives. I remember it was especially hard with like the graphics team and kind of the people who were building and designing the apps. This was a digital marketing company. I remember that being challenging because they were always kind of missing their deadlines.
I just like imagine myself walking behind someone and like tapping them on the back, like, excuse me.
Oh my goodness.
Where are you with
this? I just spiraled into so many ideas for you, so we're going to have to touch base on this after. But some other quick ones that we want to mention is Fiverr and Upwork. So this is a great one if you're looking to outsource small tasks like copywriting or somebody to remove white background images or a small graphic design project. Such good options to look for help there.
I love those platforms. I use them all the time. It can be really affordable. You can choose someone based on your budget and your specific needs. You could see reviews of what other people have said about them. So it just makes it so nice to have like one resource to find people who could execute on these like smaller business and marketing tasks.
And the last one I'll mention is Dropbox. Even though I love all the Google products, I love Dropbox too for organizing images and assets and things like that, because I think that when you're sending out images and line sheets and things like that to editors or to potential wholesale stores, I think it's really important to use Dropbox just because it's something everyone's really familiar with. So I do prefer using Dropbox to drive when it comes to organizing and sending assets.
So now that we've mentioned some tools, how can business owners choose which ones to try? There's a lot of them. We just like really scratch the surface, but how can you really pick the ones that will work for you?
I held myself back when we were creating our notes for this. I was like, there's so many more I could mention, but those were our top favorites. Something you first want to understand is what you need, what your goals are, if there's anything holding you back. So first understanding that and then trying them out, because again, to Laryssa's point at the beginning of the episode, the best tool is the one that you'll actually use.
Yes. And many of these, as we already said, have free trials, or they have like a free level where you can try it and then upgrade later. So you really have nothing to lose. Just don't forget to cancel the free trials so that you're not like charged.
And use a tool to remember to cancel.
Yes, exactly. I use Google Calendar to remind myself of when to cancel things. So knowing your business goals, also, like as Liz said, if something is like very tedious to you or is holding you back from making progress, be super honest with yourself about that and then see, is there something that can help me with this? Is there a tool? Can I find someone on Fiverr to do this for me because it's taking me way too long, or I hate doing this? So kind of make a priority list and see like where you'll get the biggest impact.
Yeah, if there's something holding you back, I'd love for you to let us know and we'll see if we know of a tool that could help.
So we want to know, are you already using any of these tools? Do you feel inspired now to try some of them? Let us know. Again, you can visit successwithjewelry.com to sign up for the extended episode as well as exclusive content. So thanks so much for listening or watching.